Casey here from ClientTrick. In today's video, we'll be talking about how you get 3x your referrals in 57 days. Now, it sounds pretty cheesy, but it's actually true and it works. So let's dive into it. All right, so you probably know what referrals, and how important they can actually be to your business, right? But I'm gonna just reiterate why you should actually care. Really, it comes down to the referrals as a lead source are super underutilized in almost every business. And so it's something that when you start utilizing them more effectively, you find out how cheap they actually are when it comes comparatively to, ad lead sources or any other type of lead source. You can capitalize them a lot quicker, a lot more effectively because they're actually easier to close and they're just so much cheaper because you essentially get them for free, pretty much, unless you have a referral program in place, but that's a whole different ballgame. And lastly, the one really cool thing that comes from all of this is if you are getting more referrals, you actually have better brand positioning because you are constantly convincing other people to talk about your services and you're telling them, hey, you should go and work with this person. They're going to, solve your problems for you. That's amazing. If you have that, keep it, nurture, and keep it going. If you don't have it, now is the time to invest in it. All right. So why should you actually care what I say? Well, we've actually worked with, a handful of home improvement and construction companies over the past few years, and we've been able to uncover some of the 5 biggest problems that their sales and customer experience processes have. And by solving those, we're able to really make a dent on the referrals and the repeat business they're getting in their businesses. And so we're going to go through some stats now just to make sure that you have a really clear understanding of what actually happens within a business. So 40% of leads tend to slip through the cracks. So Inside Sales, which is a actual platform, a software platform that does its own research on inside sales, found that 35 to 50% of sales go to the company that responds first. But the average construction home improvement company, 40% of the leads end up slipping through the cracks due to slow and manual follow-up. And I can guarantee you that your competitors are already taking advantage of that. Now, another really important thing to understand here is that 20% referral rate isn't maximized. So according to Nielsen, 83% of people who are ready to refer you, but only 20% of people ever do. Why is that? Well, it's because most companies don't engage their clients after the job is actually done. So they're leaving those referrals on the table. Now, 30% of businesses are also not asking for referrals, which is absolutely insane. We've talked with so many people that just actually are not asking for referrals, or they don't even know if their team is asking for referrals. And so there's a Texas Tech University that found that 30% of companies never actually ask for referrals at all. Now, that's thousands of potential leads left untouched. It's not because they don't care. It's because they just don't have a system in place to do it automatically or a process in place to ensure that their team, the people that are at the front lines, are actually asking this question up front. And another really interesting one is that 50% of the customer journey lacks personalization. Now, Accenture's research says 40% of customers expect personalized treatment nowadays. So how many companies are actually delivering on this? Well, more than half aren't personalizing their client communications, their experiences throughout doing business and actually conducting business. And that's actually meaning less satisfaction for the customers, fewer referrals, and way fewer repeat customers. So it really just flows with everything here and how important having a personalized experience really is. So the shift towards an automated personalized customer experience has already begun. Now we've seen the importance of just in that last stat. That is where we are going, and that's where your business needs to go as well in order to take advantage of it. So in today's competitive market, your clients will always choose the companies that keep them engaged and satisfied. That's bar none. If you could do that, you are going to be top of mind. You're going to make sure that your customers are thinking of you first and foremost. So who is actually set up to leverage this kind of system? There's all sorts of businesses, but within construction and home improvement, you are really well set up to take advantage of this. You have a lot of leads coming through the door. You have a lot of people that are interested in working with you and actually conducting business with you. And so you want to continue to build a loyal customer base year round. Now, the great thing about this is that the more personalized experience, the more customized experience you can actually provide these folks, the easier it's going to be to ask for that referral and get that repeat business. So if you're tired of unpredictable referrals and missing on a repeat business, if if you're frustrated with a lack of follow-up process and need a better way to keep your clients engaged without constant manual effort, if you want a customer experience that brings clients back and motivates them to refer your business to others, all while rewarding them for their loyalty, well, that's what we do here at ClientTrick. We help construction and home improvement companies automate their sales and customer experience processes in under 57 days. After partnering with us, most of our clients are able to increase their referrals by 30% with automated follow-ups. ClientTrick makes sure your business stays on top of mind for your customers by seamless automated follow-ups, whether that's email or SMS, depending on what systems you're using, check-in reminders, and that bespoke customized experience that I talked about. Now, this helps increase referrals by 30% because we keep your clients engaged and ready to recommend you without lifting a finger. Now, that being said, your team does need to be trained up on the proper processes. You do have to have your team do some of the legwork here too. Automation can only do so much. That personalized experience still has to come internally from the team. Without that, this will not be successful. We'll also help you boost repeat business by 40% with personalized communication. Now, automated doesn't mean impersonal. That's what I was getting at that last comment. We customize every touch point, making your clients feel like they're more than just a number. Now, with this level of engagement, you can increase repeat business by 40%, keeping your schedule booked without having to constantly hunt for new clients, and reduce your dependency on those marketing efforts that you're probably spending a lot of money on. Now, another thing that we can do is we can actually recover 20% of lost leads with automatic reminders. Now, we can put them in a rehash bucket. We can put them through different marketing journeys. There's different things that could be done here to realize and recover 20% of that lost lead. This means no more worrying about leads slipping through the cracks. ClientTrick's automated reminders ensure that no one gets left behind, and this alone can recover 20% of those almost lost leads, turning them into paying clients instead of forgotten opportunities. The last thing is we can improve customer satisfaction by 35% with a seamless journey. Now, we make it really, really customized for your customers. That means that the experience from first contact to follow-up is smooth and hassle-free. And we are very passionate about ensuring that this experience is top-notch to get you those 5-star reviews, to get you those referrals, to get you that repeat business. And that's why businesses that use it see a 35% boost in customer satisfaction, because happy clients are loyal clients. So how do we do it? Well, we first have to go through a discovery process and understand your business. This is really just the first step to making sure that we can actually, help you along your journey. Make sure that you want to be helped with what our process really is. That's just the very first call. It's about half an hour, maybe an hour, depending on what we need to dive into. The second step is a customized design. So this is where we dive into your processes. We go through, we understand what your needs are as a business, and we kind of build out an entire roadmap, much like a blueprint to a house. In order to build out a system that's fully customized to your customer's experience and your processes, or if you need to rebuild your processes, we need to map it out fully from start to finish. And so much like designing a blueprint to a house, we need to be sure that we know where all the rooms are going to be. We're not going to put a bathroom in the middle of the kitchen, that kind of stuff, right? And so that's why the more work we do up front, the more we can actually help and implement down the line. So obviously the next phase is implementation, but before we dive into that, this is some of the designs that, just as an example, you could be looking at for this experience. Now, this is a very quick sales funnel view of what you could expect as a rough guideline that you'd want to complete. Now, we've gotten into so much more detail for some of our clients that it's impossible to get all of the detail in here, so we left it very high level for this example. So you can see there's customer inputs, there are business actions and decisions that need to happen through it. There's notes here. Pause this video, take a read through that, but that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve within your process. We can also go through on the production side. It's not just from sales or after sales. This is all the way through. This hits every piece of your business, and everyone needs to be on the same page here. Now, these blueprints really are designed for the sales reps to be more like the account managers. You might, in your business, have admins that are handling the communication, the account management, the customer experience. You might have project managers that end up doing that. It really depends on the business. So this is more focused on ensuring that the salespeople are actually in line with what is happening with production, sales, and post-production flows. So this is production flow. Again, another high-level flow here. And then we have post-production. Now, this is where you can see where we want to continue to keep that customer experience, making sure it's 5 stars all the way through. Even at the end, you want to start sending gifts and emails, thank you notes, that kind of stuff. You want to make sure that you're kind of touching these customers at every point in the process and making sure you're leveraging the experience and asking for those referrals. All right. So after we've designed a system that suits your business, we can actually go ahead and implement it. Now, I wish I could give you an easy button. Everyone is always looking for an easy button, whether it's more sales, more better experience, more reviews, all that kind of stuff. It doesn't really matter. The truth is, it comes down to hard work, automation, and a solid process. If anyone is telling you otherwise, it's likely they're likely trying to take advantage of you, unfortunately, and it sucks because that happens way too often in this industry. So are you going to rely on inconsistent word of mouth and hope your customers come back on their own? Can you really afford to let those wins slip away? Now, if you're ready to 3x your referrals and repeat business, book a quick 15-minute call today down below in the comments of this video, and let's get started. Now, at the very least, I'm going to promise you'll get some value out of it. You'll take away actionable insights, and you can implement those into your business right away, regardless of whether you choose to have us do any work at all on your business. We can give you some actionable insights and some ways that you can start improving your systems, your processes, your technology right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.